Welcome back. If you just joined us, you're watching the news at 10, broadcasting on Channels Television live from Lagos. A reminder of our top stories. The president again says Boko Haram would soon be overcome as Israel sends a team to join search for girls. The All Progressives Congress drops political sentiment, says battle against terror demands national solidarity. Former Commonwealth Secretary General Emeka Yoko suggests a new revenue-sharing formula for the country. And Ukraine's rebels engage in self-rule with pro-Russian sympathizers claiming a big turnout. Well, do remember that all our top stories can be found on our website, ChannelsTV.com, and on YouTube.com/channelsweb. To get us on the move, visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. Also interact with the Channels Eyewitness feature on our Android, iOS, and Windows 8 platforms. So if you have pictures or videos to share with us, tap the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions to share your reports, pictures, and your videos. So here are some of the pictures sent in by our eyewitness reporters. First in is this video showing students of Obafemi Awolowo University, Ife, in Osun State, showing solidarity for the return of the abducted Chibok schoolgirls. We also have this picture of Omigbo Bridge in Kaba, Kogi State, said to have been abandoned since 2013. A eyewitness reporter who sent this in is appealing to the state government to complete the project as the heavy rains have begun. And finally is this picture, or these set of pictures showing an artificial river at Alagbole in Ogun State. A eyewitness reporter who sent them in said this is due to a road closed as a result of construction work going on, lamenting that passers-by have been forced to walk through this on a daily basis since April. Thanks for sending in those pictures and videos. Do keep them coming. We do appreciate them. Now to politics. 3 weeks after the disputed Anambra State APC Congress, the All Progressives Congress has conducted another process to elect its executives in the state. Over 1,000 delegates from the 21 local government areas assembled in Awka, the state capital, to elect their leaders. At the end of the exercise, Mr. Obiora Igwedibia emerged as the APC state chairman in Anambra. Secretary of the Congress Committee, Dr. Aminu Ahmed, said the National Working Committee had declared the earlier Congress inconclusive owing to breaches of the party's Congress guidelines.
Party supporters, members and officials assemble around the Women Development Center, venue of the State Congress of the Anambra All Progressives Congress. It's a repeat of the party's Congress to elect state executives following the dispute that trailed the one held earlier, leading the National Working Committee to declare it inconclusive.
There were people who went to bank as per the guidelines issued out by the party to go and pay, money which will make them eligible to contest for a position. They made the payments, but they were not allowed to participate in the process.
The visible security presence is evident to prevent any breakdown of law and order. Delegates and officials are ushered into the Congress venue, according to their local governments, under strict police supervision. Party leaders also arrive amid applause.
This Congress will be guided by the guidelines from our national headquarters.
Following accreditation and final checks, it's off to the business of the day, and only the position of chairman is up for grabs, the rest being unopposed.
We have never witnessed any political party that have conducted a very transparent Congress like this. You can see the way it's been done. The INECs are fully represented. The security men are fully represented. Everything is very transparent.
If this is the way Nigeria should conduct an election, then there won't be any problem.
Considering the circumstances leading to the conduct of the Congress, does the party leadership expect any further divisions?
A lot of people have come from different legacy parties. They still feel that they can carry on that way. But APC, being a party that wants to entrench internal democracy, that is what is happening today in Anambra State.
The process continues into nightfall, and eventually the results are announced.
It is my singular honor and privilege to declare Barrister Obiora Igwe Dibia as the owner, the winner, the new state chairman of APC Anambra State.
I, as the state chairman, cannot do it alone. You cannot do it alone as well. The police is also here. They cannot do it alone. The INEC, you cannot do it alone. SSS, you cannot do it alone. All hands must be on deck in order for us to have a befitting standard in our Anambra politics.
Anambra APC officially has a state executive, but the doubts about their election can be laid to rest if there are no more disputes from the conflicting interests.
Bayelsa State Governor Sak Dixon has been speaking on the efforts of his government at developing the state in line with the mandates given to him by the people at an interactive session with indigents of Bayelsa living in Lagos today at the National Barracks Apapa. Governor Dixon appealed to the people to support the government as it strives to reposition the state.
There's no free money to share. So once in a while, when you hear some people grumble and complain and spread the rumor, don't believe it. Bayelsa is moving to the next level. Your state has changed forever. And I told our people when I took the oath of office, I said, well, anybody who does not believe in the progress of this state, who supported the person has made mistakes. Because with me as governor, Bayelsa and the John Nation will never be the same again. And that's what exactly we are doing. I want to assure you that our whole state is together. All men and women of goodwill who mean well for our people, who know the pains that our people have gone through, the lack of development, the way the rest of the country forgot us for several years and took our resources and built cities out of deserts, out of swamps, and left us without development. I believe that while we look at the past and bemoan the lack of development, those of us who have a responsibility to make a difference must begin to do the work now.
Bayelsa State's Governor Sak Dixon. A former Commonwealth Secretary General Emeka Anyaoku has called for a total overhaul of the revenue allocation structure to allow for peace and better development. The elder statesman believes that the best revenue formula is to have 20% of mineral revenue go to the federal government, while 15% is reserved for the communities, and then the remaining 65% shared equally among the 6 geopolitical zones. Chief Anyaoku shared these thoughts at an event in Lagos this weekend.
Nigeria, I believe, should be restructured into a federation of 6 regions based on the existing 6 geopolitical zones. With substantial parts of the powers now exercised by the center devolved to the regions to enable each region develop at its own pace. The revenue from God-given resources should be allocated in the following manner. First, with the considerably reduced responsibilities of the center, the federal government should receive something between 20 and 23%. The areas where the minerals are mined should receive anything between 15 and 17% as compensation for the environmental damage they suffer.
Chief Emeka Anyoko, former Commonwealth Secretary General, at the arrest of Dr. Daniel Ikebuilo, suspected to be involved in child trafficking, is one that is rocking Umunachi, a community in Dunukofia local government area of Anambra State. The suspect, who has faced similar charges in 2012 but was acquitted in addition to the hospital, is also accused of operating an illegal children's home. Our community report tonight looks into an act that is fast turning into a business in the country.
Now you're talking.
Umunachi, a peaceful community located in Dunukofia local government area of Anambra State. Known for its farming and trading activities, the peace and quiet of this semi-urban area has been rocked by a scandal that has thrown it on the map. It began with the arrest of this man, a certain Dr. Daniel Ikebuilo, over an allegation of child trafficking from this hospital, which also serves as the maternity center and a children's home. But who is this doctor, and how long has he been living in this community? Some residents speak on how much they know.
He is running, well, should I say a hospital or clinic at the place that was rented to him at Mbuke village, Umunachi. So he has been in the community, from the information I've got so far, he has been in the community since 2006.
Some people were saying whether he's a medical doctor or not. And I decided to ask him to bring all his credentials to prove to me that he is a medical doctor, which he did. He gave me a photocopy of his certificate. He gave me a photocopy of Medical Council, that is Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, a photocopy of the certificate of incorporation with the Corporate Affairs Commission. He brought all these things to show me that he is doing his practice according to the rule of the law.
But it appears the suspect in question has a dubious history, one which has led him to the state headquarters of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad office.
What he does in the hospital is, when a woman delivers a child, before the woman gains consciousness, he would have taken the child away and sold to traffickers, claiming that the child died or something. And then he also sponsors young girls who gets pregnant and keeps them in his hospital and then pays them off handsomely and sells the babies to traffickers. That's what he does.
Even the legality of the children's home is under scrutiny, as the Director of Child Development in the Ministry of Women's Affairs speaks on the procedure of setting up such a center.
The home at Umunachi, as at now, is not a registered children's home in Anambra State. The process of registration is ongoing, and they were told in clear terms that this home can only be registered if you supply the names of your workers who are going to work there and then the location of the place. But when the people apply for registration, the first thing you do is to send your field officers to go and inspect the facilities and then make recommendations. Then if that is done, a letter is given which is called provisional approval. But that is not a certificate of registration. Neither is it a license to operate.
So what does the suspect have to say about all the allegations?
2 weeks ago, the SARS brought a suspect to my hospital, and the suspect said that her relation delivered in my hospital. Now what happened was, it was in December, the relation brought a patient who delivered in my hospital, and I discharged them. They paid hospital bill and left. Now just 2 weeks ago I was brought here, and they alleged that the baby was sold. Okay, now the relation now that was arrested said that I didn't know anything about it. And I told them I didn't know what happened next. I only discharged them, they paid and left. Whatever they did, I never knew.
Child trafficking is on the increase in the country, an issue that has prompted the Anambra State Governor read out the Riot Act to would-be peddlers.
There's no room for any criminal in Anambra. We are going to go after everybody, and we are going to arrest, detain, prosecute, convict where the court does allow, all the criminals that are there. And we need your support in terms of information to be able to help in this war that we've done so.
With that mandate, all eyes will be on the authorities concerned to step up the campaign to stamp out child trafficking and related criminal activities once and for all.
Etisala, now you're talking.
When the News at 10 returns, Nigerian nurses call for an improved health sector. Please join us again.